Hi everyone, my name is Madeline Puri and I'm here to present to you a report about Continental philosophy of 1950. What is Continental philosophy? Continental philosophy is a reception of the philosophy of Nietzsche and Heidegger and the rejection of metaphysics and Cartesian rationalism inherited by Sartre and existentialist philosophers. There are challenges and arguments in continental philosophies, and it includes structuralism. Structuralism is a movement in anthropology that analyzed the culture as systems of structurally related elements and attempted to discern universal patterns underlying all such systems. For me, structuralism comes from the term structure, which means that there is system and organization. Claude Levi Strauss, which started in 1908 and ended in 2009, emphasized that lack of empirical grounding cannot prove or disprove anything. He stressed that Sartre's views has little credibility on philosophical rationalism because it is non-empirical. Um, the empirical or empirical based on observation and experience rather than theory and logic. It is beyond observation. So, continuing the arguments and challenges of continental philosophy is Michel Foucault, which has the order of things. He used structuralist methods to criticize the pretensions of human sciences. He argued that man was an artificial notion. Then he shifted his belief to the systems of power and that there is a need of maintenance of power relation to be in a system. If you also would click the video of Michel Foucault, in this link, you would understand more of the order of things made by him. And this is also about Jacques Derrida, which began the work on deconstruction through his assumption called logocentrism. He believed that there is a realm of truth that exists prior to and independent of its representation by linguistic and other design. There is a need to quest for totality and also a political totalitarianism. So, totalitarianism is a system of government that is centralized and dictatorial and requires by complete surveillance to the state. Logocentrism is a structuralist approach to texts and especially to literary works that conceives of language as based in rational thought and holding meaning to potential relation to fundamental reality. It is a philosophy to deconstruct Western philosophy. There's also an argument by Emmanuel Levinas from 1905 to 1995. He also attributed the misguided quest for totality to a defect on reason itself. For him, reason enforces domination and sameness and destroys plurality and otherness. The transcendence of reason must be based on ethics rather than logic. Emmanuel is telling us that we should not take facts, just pure facts is not for him, but he also include the moral side thinking about the topic. Hergen Habermas acknowledged the notion of truth is often used to mask unjust power relations and partisan class interests. Also, one can conceive social relations that are just and with the interests of all members of the society. So Hargen Habermas is not just for the sake of one person, but for the good of all the people in the community. And he also wrote the theory of communication in action. Ordinary communication differs from other forms of human action because it oriented toward mutual agreement rather than success. There must be true assertions in both parties, which is pure and sincere. He would agree to conversation that will lead to mutual understanding rather than showing to an opponent that you won in a dialogue or a communication. So, the relevance of contemporary philosophy, or to sum it all up, the nature and essence of philosophy because of this continental philosophy become purified. The philosophy has also become extremely self-conscious about its own method and culture. Critique to contemporary philosophy fails to address deep human problems and concern. However, philosophy continues to offer enriching insights into deep issues, and for that reason, it remains, as it always, a fundamentally important to human behavior. So that ends up my report about continental philosophy. Again, this is Madeline Puri. I hope that you have understood my report. Thank you.